On a brisk Monday morning in downtown Chicago, traffic buzzed and horns blared as commuters hurried to their offices. At 7:55 a.m., a tall black man in a tailored navy suit and polished Oxfords stepped through the revolving glass doors of the Belmont Tower, a sleek 40-story office building recently under new ownership. Jeremiah Ellis checked his watch, early as usual. He walked confidently through the marble-tiled lobby, nodding to the front desk staff. A few people glanced up, curious. He was unfamiliar to most of them, but that wouldn't be true for long. Jeremiah, age 38, was the founder and CEO of Ellis Equity Group, a rising star in commercial real estate. Last week, his firm closed on a $92 million deal to acquire the Belmont Tower and 3 adjacent properties, his largest acquisition yet. Today, he was there for an unannounced visit. He wanted to observe the building operations, meet tenants organically, and get a feel for the place. No press, no entourage, just him and his assistant, who was meeting him upstairs. But as he reached for the elevator button, a uniformed security guard briskly approached. "Excuse me, sir," the guard said, blocking his path. "You can't be up here without clearance." Jeremiah raised an eyebrow. "I'm heading to the 27th floor. Ellis Equity Group." "There's no one up there yet. Tenants don't move in for another 2 weeks," the guard replied. "I'm going to need to see some ID." Jeremiah calmly pulled out his wallet. "Jeremiah Ellis." The guard glanced at the card and scoffed. "This doesn't look official. You got a building pass?" "I own the building," Jeremiah said matter-of-factly. "My team is finalizing renovations on the upper floors. I'm here for a site check." Another guard had joined by now, radioing someone on his shoulder mic. "We've got someone claiming to be the building owner. No ID badge." "I told you," Jeremiah said evenly. "I'm the new owner." "Sir, I'm going to have to escort you out." "You're making a mistake." One of the guards placed a hand on Jeremiah's arm. Nothing violent, but it was firm enough to send a clear message. Tenants crossing the lobby began to notice. Some slowed their pace, uncertain what they were seeing. A black man in a suit being led out like he didn't belong. Again. Before they reached the front doors, a young woman burst through the elevator lobby. "Mr. Ellis," she called, heels clicking across the marble floor. It was Kayla, his executive assistant, holding a slim black folder. "Sorry I'm late. The Uber dropped me at the wrong side entrance. Is everything okay?" The guards froze. Jeremiah turned, his face calm but firm. "Apparently not." She held out the folder. "Here's the final purchase contract. Signed, stamped, and filed with the city clerk. And this," she pulled out a laminated card, "is your temporary owner's access badge. It was delayed at reception." The lead security guard paled as he read the paperwork. "Mr. Ellis, I apologize," he stammered. "We were just following protocol," Jeremiah finished. "I understand." He turned to the other guard. "Let me ask you something. If I were a white man in the same suit, would we be having this conversation?" The second guard looked away. "You have cameras in this lobby," Jeremiah said. "I suggest you review the footage and your training, because as of today, I sign the checks for every vendor, including your employer." He took the badge from Kayla, clipped it to his jacket, and walked toward the elevators without another word. The doors closed behind him with a quiet ding. By that afternoon, the incident was trending online. A bystander in the lobby had recorded a snippet of the confrontation and posted it with the caption, "Black man in suit escorted out by security. Turns out he owns the entire building." Within hours, number Jeremiah Ellis was trending. News outlets picked up the story. Entrepreneur mistaken for trespasser in his own building. Race, real estate, and respect, a teachable moment in corporate America. Ellis released a brief statement. "This isn't the first time someone's questioned whether I belong in a space I built, and I doubt it'll be the last. But I hope this moment makes people reflect. Ownership doesn't always look the way you expect, and respect should never depend on assumptions." Later that week, Jeremiah hosted a community event in the building's lobby. He invited local Black entrepreneurs, real estate interns, and young professionals to network, tour the renovated floors, and hear from other leaders in commercial development. At the event, he addressed a packed crowd. "We don't just belong in the lobby. We belong on the lease, on the deeds, at the table, in the boardroom, and yes, in ownership.